Slaying a Legacy Code Dragon. That's such a fun title. So real excited that we've got Jake here with us today to talk with us. And so 10 minutes, take it away, Jake.
10 minutes, guys.
10 minutes.
Welcome, Simply Cyber. Welcome to the Low Country. This is my hometown, so it's awesome to have everyone here. You know, they call it the Silicon Harbor, and it's awesome to have a cybersecurity conference based out of Charleston. Quick show of hands, real quick, just get in the room. Who here does red team offensive cybersecurity? Raise those hands high. Is anyone here a software engineer? Any hands? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, today we're going to talk about how I'm a computer scientist. I'm also a security engineer. And how do I utilize the virtues of cyber professionals to make my software better and make everyone's software better? Just a brief talking point. When it comes to going to conferences and being at conferences, I always like to imagine myself, leveling up, getting more information, just being more powerful. Sometimes, information's cool, but also inspiration. We're all here, I think, taking the moment just to champion the industry of cybersecurity, champion what it means to be a computer scientist, because when I go to a football game or when I go to a bar, it's really hard to talk about how I did this return to libc attack with my finance bro friends, because they kind of don't understand that. So while we're all here, it's definitely fun to just communicate and champion what we do as professionals. So before y'all take my word as the gospel, as we go into this presentation, just who I am. I graduated from Clemson University in 2021 with a bachelor's in computer science and a minor in cybersecurity. Heck yeah. And I currently make Windows drivers at a company called Cyos for, Microsoft, the big guy. And I'm based out of Charlotte, and I have this Charlotte Cyber Tavern group that I founded. I think we have a member that's also here as well, which is super fun. But imagine it's basically what we're doing right here, right now, but everyone has a beer in their hand. So it's a lot of fun, a monthly meetup and all that jazz. So what is the problem we're here to talk about? I had some great professors at Clemson University, dare I say the best professors at Clemson University, but nothing they said, nothing they taught me would have prepared me for the real world of inheriting a 700,000 line legacy code system with C, Perl, and C# code. It was, I learned a lot, did a lot of things, but the scale of a 30-year software project, you can't learn in 4 years at a bachelor school. So I said this is going to be a more inspirational style talk rather than an informative one, mostly because I only have 10 minutes to talk. But if you did want to learn how to actually slay a legacy code database or legacy code software system, there's 2 books here: Refactoring, Improving the Design of Existing Code by Martin Fowler, and Working Effectively with Legacy Code. These are 2 books that will give you that industry knowledge it takes to, actually make changes and work with big legacy systems. But I just graduated from the one and only Clemson University, so I only have my wit and what I learned from just being a student at Clemson University to tackle this problem. And luckily, I worked alongside some of the cybersecurity professionals there and cybersecurity club members there. And what I learned from working alongside those people is they all had these 3 virtues. Every single one I talked to, they had 3 virtues that I really looked up to. And one was curiosity. Everyone that's here right now, everyone that's watching on the live stream, I'm sure that at some point you can embody in yourself or just imagine yourself having the virtue of curiosity. Why do we do what we do? What brought us to sit in front of screens for 8 hours a day? Really, you look at your smartphone, you look at your laptop, you look at just the internet around us, and you're like, this stuff is pretty special. It's pretty important. How does it all work? That idea of curiosity is what, is and I guess made in front of me, is a part of me since I'm, part-time cybersecurity. And so when I got this job, I asked myself, what is a Windows operating system? How does a driver work? And what tools can help me fill the gaps of this knowledge? There's 2 ways to develop software. One is, hey, I'm going to build a product. And I start somewhere, I start working, I maybe find some errors along the way, and I just keep building upon those errors, and eventually I'll have a product. There might be some gaps along the way, but boom, I have a product. And there's a second way, which is before I even begin, I want to understand everything that's below me. And anyone that works in Python, anyone that works in a higher level language knows that abstractions exist. There are, a ton of abstractions that exist before you get down to the ones and zeros of how code works, how assembly code works. And so having curiosity allows you to not just start at the high level language of Python and start coding up a system, but instead you start by going down, starting at a base layer and working your way up before even beginning. It builds a context that when you're working with legacy systems, you don't want to just start building because you're going to break something in a subsystem down the line. A second virtue that I found with all my cybersecurity friends is this idea of courage. A lot of professionals, red teamers especially, y'all are going into problems that you don't know how to solve. We're not storming the beaches of Normandy. We're not talking to a cute girl, but we are tackling a problem that we've never solved before. If you ever do hack the box, you have an IP address, all right? Go find the flag. There's not much to work with, and I think it takes some extreme courage, and we should give ourselves more credit as cybersecurity people that, hey, we are going out to solve problems we've never solved before. It's not like I can watch a 10-minute YouTube video and learn how to start running React. When it comes to cybersecurity issues, you usually have to dig very deep before you can actually learn and implement things you've learned, and I think that takes extreme courage to actually tackle. And when it comes to software, there's many times where I'm in Jira meetings, when I'm in sprint planning meetings, where I'm in planning meetings, and a lot of people take the scraps, take the easy software. Oh, I know how to make this. But going for the big guns, going for the big features, I have no idea how this works, but I'm going to tackle it and try anyways. I think courage, a lot of software engineers can learn something or two about courage that y'all red teamers present. A third virtue is perseverance. During my times as a reverse engineer, doing some return to libc attacks, combating ASLR, combating GDP, and getting over some stack canaries, there are a lot of ups and downs that come with cybersecurity. You're not building a product from zero and making a feature in this nice linear fashion, but instead you might go down a 20-page Wikipedia rabbit hole only to find that that will not work, that will not hone the target you're trying to attack. So a lot of times you think you're onto something, you go down a rabbit hole, it didn't work out, you have to start from base zero and start over again, and eventually you find the solution. That idea of perseverance goes alongside with courage, and I think it's very, very admirable. So, in summary, this was a 10-minute talk, didn't have much substance, but the ideas are having curiosity. It's a virtue that leads us to understand the why behind new technologies and tools, not just the how. Courage, a virtue that leads us to not fear the technical challenges that face us, but embrace them with confidence in our abilities. And perseverance, a virtue that enables us to remain steadfast and dedicated with resolve, even in the presence of obstacles, setbacks, and the unknown that is inherent in software engineering. So guys, I'm Jake. I have a YouTube channel if you want some hot takes, some technical talks. And thank you, CyberCon, for hosting us. This was a lot of fun. So
Thanks,
thank you.
Jake.